Hello and welcome to another Etch Play weekly live show. It is Thursday the 7th of October. What a year. And we're still here bringing you all the latest in games industry news, gameplay, impressions and loads of fun stuff. Hello to everyone in the chat. We've got Dan. Dan works for us, that doesn't count. We've got Miles. Hello Miles. If you're in the chat and you want to shout, say hello, we'll give you one. And I'm joined right now by Ben Joy. How's it going, Ben?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Well, you're a bit mellow. You're a bit like, you need to bring the energy up.
I'll bring energy up.
Bring
I'm gonna
energy up.
I'm gonna build into it. By the end,
Okay, you're going to grow.
Like jumping out the window.
Hello in the chat to Emma Bud. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Here's what's coming up on today's show. We've got a big video games quiz. We're going to do that in just a minute. So if you want to play that, get a pen and paper ready or a Word document or something to keep track of your score. I'm going to be fast-firing questions at video game aficionado Ben Joy and seeing how much about games he really knows. I think actually he probably knows quite a lot, but he's bad under pressure, so it's going to be quite enjoyable watching him struggle to answer these extremely basic questions about how games work.
Thank you for getting my excuse in early for me. I appreciate that.
After that, we've got our first look impressions of Halo Infinite, one of the biggest games of the year. We played it last weekend, and we've got some footage for you and some impressions from me and Ben. And then stick around because later on, Dan Thomas is joining the show to talk about all the latest games news. Lots of interesting news in the world of games this week. We're actually glad we're even here on Twitch right now. Twitch had a massive outage this week, which we'll talk about more in detail in the news section. They had some interesting issues with data protection, shall we say. They gave away all our data to everyone on the internet. But we're still here and we're ready to go. Are you ready to go, Ben?
I am ready.
Okay, well let me show you what I've got prepared for this, because this is a special thing that we've never done before. I've got...
Is it visual?
It is visual, so actually you won't be able to tell very much. But we've got a quiz background. Yeah, you can't really tell, but you're now surrounded by pretty lights.
I can see it on my screen over there because I've got it.
Okay, you got the monitor up.
Very good production. The production quality on this show is
so
second
good.
to none.
It's the best show on the internet. You would never know that it's held together by sticky tape and sheer force of will. You can find this background on YouTube. It's a free download if you like. That's what I did. So the quiz has 3 rounds, and they were going to be multiple choice, but I thought that's too easy. Ben Joy is a pro, so I'm doing no multiple choice. I'm going to fire the questions at you. You've just got to know it. And
what if I don't know it?
If you don't know it, you can say pass, or you can make a guess. And
is it like Mastermind? If I pass, am I going to get penalised? Do I have to be like John Doe if I don't think of?
I think I'm just going to tell you straight away, Mastermind style, whether you're correct or false. So at home, you can try and answer before Ben does, and you'll find out whether you're correct.
Do you have the Mastermind music, like for the end when it's getting?
No, there is music. I can't hear it. It's on the other monitor, but the people at home probably have some sort of quizzy music. There's going to be 3 rounds, 10 questions each, so 30 questions, 30 points.
30 questions.
I know it's going to be hardcore. I'm testing, the whole gamut of games from old classics to modern classics and everything in between. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, let's do this. Round 1, question 1. In the Super Mario franchise, what is the name of Mario's brother?
Real brain buster to start, Luigi.
Correct. That's the level we're operating at.
Okay, that's good.
Which British comic actor played Wheatley in Portal 2? Need to answer quicker.
Stephen Merchant. I have no idea.
You are correct!
Oh,
that's incredible. What term of celebration is used to refer to the act of lovemaking in the Sims franchise?
I don't know. I was always just taking things out. I don't have.
You have no idea what this is. It's Woohoo. 2004 brought us such great games as Half-Life 2 and World of Warcraft, but according to Wikipedia, what was the best-selling game in the UK in 2004?
2004. Call of Duty?
Incorrect. The correct answer is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and it was also the year that Halo 2 came out, but that didn't make the top spot. What is the name of the pieces used in Tetris?
Oh, I nearly swore then.
It's the internet. You are allowed to swear. We can swear, right? No one's going to stop me.
I don't know. Dan's in the chat, so I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, Tetraminos.
The correct answer is fucking Tetraminos. What colour do the ghost enemies turn to when Pac-Man eats a power pellet? What colour do the ghosts turn?
Blue.
Blue, correct. Which popular video game character has a list of enemies that includes Dr. Neo Cortex, Dingo Dial, Papu Papu, Ripper Roo, and Nitrous Oxide?
Crash Bandicoot.
Correct. What is the name of the underwater city in 2007's Bioshock?
Oh, I only played this the other month.
I know you did.
I remember.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Your video game membership card is cancelled. The correct answer is Rapture.
I only played it not that long ago. Of course it is.
In 2018's God of War, the demigod Kratos and his son Atreus encounter deities from which pantheon or culture?
Greek? I don't know. I haven't.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Norse, and they will see again in God of War Ragnarok coming next year. In Celeste, which fruit does Madeline attempt to collect while climbing the mountain?
Peaches.
Incorrect. It's strawberries, and that's the end of round one. You need like a doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doodle-doo.
How many did I get?
I wasn't keeping track of how many you got.
What?
Hang on, you didn't get this. I'm reading the questions. I can't also keep score. They pay people for this.
Wow. Someone in the chat tell me what I got.
Yeah, tell him he got none. You didn't get the Sims one. You didn't get Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You didn't get Rapture, and you didn't get Strawberries. So you missed 4. You have 6 points.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'm writing it down. 6 points.
Miles got 100% so far. Miles, nobody can verify that. So.
Miles in the chat is a video game savant. He knows.
Get here and do it live. Then feel the pressure. Then we'll appreciate you 100%.
Okay, you ready for round 2?
No, but let's do it anyway.
I'm going to push you on round 2. I'm going to say round 2 is a speed round. So if you take too long.
Get my little tidbits as I'm going along.
Take too long. No, not in this round. You can do that in the final round.
All right. Okay.
But next time. So, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Robin Williams named his daughter after which Nintendo character?
Peach.
The correct answer is Zelda. The protagonist of Death Stranding is portrayed by which Walking Dead actor?
Pat.
The correct answer is Norman Reedus.
I wish these would have been multiple choice.
Which Sith Lord is the primary antagonist of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic video game?
Darth Maul?
Incorrect. The correct answer is Darth Malak. What type of animal does your character ride in the classic arcade game Joust?
A donkey?
Ostrich. Which Metal Gear Solid villain famously taunted players based on the contents of their PlayStation 1 memory card?
Never had a PlayStation 1, no idea.
The correct answer is Psycho Mantis. In Detroit Become Human, what is the term used to describe robots that have gained what appears to be a level of sentience and free will?
I haven't played that either, I have no idea.
The correct answer is Deviants. At E3 2004, Peter Moore revealed he had a tattoo announcing which game's launch date?
Halo 2?
Halo 2 is correct. In Pokemon Red and Blue, which item can you give to your captured critters to immediately increase their combat level?
Oh, one of the berries.
The correct answer is Rare Candy. In Yoku's Island Express from 2018, you play as a dung beetle called Yoku, but what is his job?
Mailman? Is that like
Postman is correct. You've got a bonus point.
Boom.
Last question of round 2. In the Hitman franchise, players assume the role of which deadly agent?
1?
Correct answer is Agent 47, and that's round 2.
I knew it was a number.
You knew it was a number, and you went for
right?
1. You think he's called Agent 1?
He might have been. He might have been the first one. They might rank him.
This James Bond guy's missing a trick. You don't want to be 007. You want to be 1.
Yeah. I feel like I got 2 right there.
You got 2 right there, which means your grand total point so far is 8 points. If you're playing along in the chat, let us know how you're doing. You find these questions easy? You find them hard?
Miles got more than me in round 1.
I imagine that I think everyone in the chat's probably doing better than you, to be honest, Ben.
Yeah. It's all PlayStation questions. I've never had a PlayStation in my life.
What? You said one of the berries about the Pokemon question.
Might have been right.
Okay, you ready for round 3? I'll tell you what I'll do for round 3. I'm going to say each question in round 3 is going to be worth 3 points. Ooh.
Whoa, can you pick a banker as well? Like, just pick one at random, don't tell me what it is, and if I get it right, you can give me an extra 10 points.
No.
But you've got to be honest. If you pick it now and I get it right,
I'm not going to give you more points.
points.
I'm just tripling your score for the next round, and you're like, give me more.
I need more. I'm on 8 out of 20.
Not happening. But this isn't a speed round, so you can take a little bit more time if you want to. I'm not going to press you.
Okay.
Some of these questions are incredibly easy, so you should get a lot of points.
Wow,
here.
way to set me up for a fall.
I mean, if you don't get any of these right, you are literally fired.
Okay.
That's the level we're talking. Okay,
All right.
you ready? The final round. Dramatic music. I don't know what the music's playing right now. It's probably not that dramatic. Question 1. A Nintendo based in Tokyo or Kyoto?
Kyoto.
Correct. Nintendo started as a trading company and has always operated out of Kyoto since their founding over 130 years ago.
My job is safe.
Question 2. In Journey from 2012, what colour robe do you unlock by finding every glowing symbol in the game?
White?
It is white. In Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords from 2007, what icon must you match on the puzzle board in order to deal direct damage?
Club. I've never played it.
Correct answer is skulls. Here's a gimme. In the Angry Birds series, which green animals are the titular birds attempting to vanquish?
X.
Correct. Which rock singer provided the voice of the Darkness in Starbreeze Studios' The Darkness from 2007?
Feels like it should be like Justin Hawkins.
Yeah, it would be great if it was, but it's not. It's Mike Patton from Faith No More. In Donut County from 2018, what kind of animal is BK?
Is that the main character?
I mean, no.
Raccoon. I feel like the
is
main
correct
character is
answer,
Raccoon. Yeah. I have played Donut County.
Yeah, the main character is a human who's friends with a raccoon.
Oh.
What is the name of the playable character in 2008's hit game Braid?
The name of the character.
Yep. What's his name?
Steve?
His name is Tim. In 2019's Outer Wilds, what is the name of the icy comet that travels through the solar system?
I played Outer Wilds as well. Give us a clue.
No.
I phone a friend. I phone Miles. He's doing well.
I tell you what, we'll leave it. If someone in the chat wants to answer for Ben, tell us the name of the comet in the Outer Wilds, and if the audience answers for you before we get to the end, we're on a slight delay, then you get the points. In Pokemon Red and Blue, on what island are you able to find and catch the glitch known as Missing No?
I don't think what the islands are.
I mean, based on your Pokemon knowledge so far, I'm assuming you're going to say Berry Island.
Is that not it?
No.
The Interloper is the Outer Wilds one.
Yeah,
Just
thank you,
came to
Dan,
me.
in the chat. It's giving you the points.
Yeah. I'm so upset that I'm not getting the Pokemons right. I love
Yeah,
Pokemon.
you should be ashamed.
I'm going to have to pass, otherwise it'll be all day, I don't know.
Correct answer is Cinnabar Island. And your final question, what games console was first released by Sega on November 27th, 1998 in Japan?
98. Feels too late to be the Mega Drive. Is it the Mega Drive?
Incorrect. The correct answer is the Dreamcast.
You looked at me like it was right. You looked at me like, go on, you got it.
I looked around because I couldn't believe that you were not able to correctly identify the launch date of the Dreamcast.
You lied with your eyes. I'm so
so Dan gave you the answer to the Outer Wilds question in the chat, which means you get 3 points for that. You also got the raccoon question correct, you got the pigs question, you got the journey question, and the Kyoto, Japan. So you got 15 bonus points from round 3, and that means that your total score is, let me do some quick maths, 23 points. Congratulations, Ben. How do you feel about that?
23 points out of 30. That's pretty good.
I mean, it's not really out of 30 because the last round was tripled, so it's out of...
we're tripling what they were. Oh,
it's,
I thought they were just bonus.
it's out of like 50. Less than half.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat? Dan obviously got that question correct. Congratulations, Dan, on your Outer Wilds knowledge. Hello to Tony, who's joined us. You've kind of missed the quiz. You missed the first couple rounds. You just saw the end there, and I can tell you that Ben did not do that well, but he did okay.
I showed up.
Yeah. How did that feel, Ben? Do you feel like you've learned things today?
Felt demoralising, to be honest. I'm just disappointed because there were ones that I know I should have got, like the PlayStation ones, like the games I never played. I didn't expect to get those, but like not getting the Pokemon ones, I'm really mad at myself.
I mean,
it took me way too long to get Tetraminos.
I'm never going to forget that you forgot what city Bioshock takes place in.
I know. I didn't even play it that long ago.
You played it like 2 months ago.
I know. And same with Outer Wilds. Didn't even play that long ago, and I forgot. I think it's the pressure. It's the pressure.
It's always the way. Can't perform under pressure. What are you laughing at? Shall I throw to the pre-recorded segment?
Yeah, throw to the pre-recorded segment.
Okay, this week we were fortunate enough to check out some Halo Infinite during the technical preview at the weekend, and I captured some footage and we spoke over it, so we're going to throw to that. And stick around, because after our Halo Infinite impressions, I'll be back here. Dan Thomas will be joining me. We'll talk about all the latest names? The latest games news is what I meant to say there, and I merged them into one name word.
Names goose.
Stick around for that, and we're back very soon. See you soon.
I wave again. I waved way too early first time.
Yeah, you go waving. Hi, this is another Etch Play video with me, Adam Burt, and I'm joined by Ben Joy, and we are checking out Halo Infinite. This is the technical preview of the multiplayer from the weekend just gone, and this is me playing. Ben, you're here to watch and be impressed by my skills, although they are limited skills. Yeah, we will see. There you go, I killed that guy. Boom.
That was pretty good.
That's the only kill I get in the whole footage. That's it.
Spoiler alert.
So yeah, over the weekend, actually the last couple of weekends, Halo 343 Industries have been putting out these technical preview tests where you can play the game on a very limited number of maps and game modes. This is a big team battle on a new map. It's the only map that I played, actually. I played it several times, but didn't check out any of the others. And yeah, I mean, this is the game. This is what's going to ship, supposedly. If there's going to be some bug fixes and stuff, but most of what's here, gameplay-wise and feature-wise, is what we can expect.
Cool. How we play a lot of Halo 3 online. How different did you find it? Did you find it much different at all? Kind of same thing, better graphics. What do you reckon?
It is quite different, and I think problem. I think this is my problem as an old school Halo fan. My problem with all of these games, from Halo 4 onwards really, is that Halo 3 still exists and you can still play it, and it's still really good. So it's a bit of an uphill battle for me, personally, as a legacy Halo fan, to, I guess, be everything that I want to. I could definitely feel some differences. The vehicles felt quick but floaty, and maybe didn't have quite as much weight to them as I would expect. The gunplay was good. The audio is really good, actually. Like the weapons, the way they sound and feel is really strong. But something about it just didn't feel right. I'm not sure if it's the map or if it's the gunplay in general, in terms of how it actually feels to shoot people. I mean, you'll see I die a lot. And
I'm noticing.
That's someone there using a grapple hook, which is one of the new bits of equipment. I do spend some time in this video trying to find one of those to show it off, and I think I get one, and then I die straight away. We've got this guy, little multicoloured rat.
Nice. Nice little jingle there as well.
That wasn't for him. I think that was just part of the game. It's a noisy game. There's always people talking, which isn't like how it used to be. Like, here we go. Here's me with the grappling hook, failing to do it successfully. Grappling onto a corpse.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, he was already dead.
He was dead. Yeah, I just made my way over to his body.
Yeah.
How about that?
That was pretty good. I'm picking up the little noises you don't typically get in Halo 3.
Yeah, you don't really get anything like that, and you get a lot of dialogue. So there's these AI butlers in this, kind of like Cortana is in the single player for Halo, and they're always talking to you. They're like, "Oh, good work, Spartan!" Like, "Great kill, hostiles in sight," like stuff like that is just popping off constantly, which is a little bit overwhelming.
I mean, it'll probably be quiet for me because I'm not going to be doing much well.
Your AI is going to be like, "Ben, are you still there? Are you still at the controller? You seem to be hiding."
Do something valuable or you're going to get kicked.
Yeah.
Okay, you like this thing.
I love
Like
this.
little
Yeah.
bullet.
I mean, it just kept spawning, and it was the only vehicle that I could really get my hands on. The Ghost is pretty powerful. It's fun to run people over. See, that guy, he used the grappling hook.
Is he on your team?
No,
Oh, wow.
he's kicked me out of my vehicle with the grappling hook, which is probably one of the best uses for it. You can just grapple onto people and then zoom to them and kick them out of their car. Which, yeah, that is cool. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that's not rad, because it is. I think fans of Halo, especially if you're a fan of some of the changes they've made in terms of like 4 and 5, some of that stuff is definitely still here. They've tried to, like, I guess, do a bit of a balance between old Halo and new Halo, and it'll be interesting to see whether that lands for people, whether it's going to be too new for the old school fans and too old school for the new fans. Seems to be getting a lot of positive reaction online. I think a lot of people out there are enjoying it, and obviously it's going to be a free-to-play title when it launches in December. So this, I mean, it could be a very huge title for Microsoft and for Xbox in general.
Free to play as anyone can play, or free to play as on Game Pass?
So the multiplayer is completely free to play. And
oh wow!
The single player is also going to be part of Game Pass.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
that's great. I don't have to pay for it.
If you have Game Pass, you'll get the whole package. If you don't have Game Pass, you can still play the multiplayer whenever you want.
That's pretty cool.
Some more vehicle-based action here.
When you played over the weekend, is it literally just the online that you could do in the beta, or was there like any little snippets of the campaign?
So yeah, it was just multiplayer, and they did big team battle on this map, and then they had a smaller mode where you could play with just 4 players on a smaller map, and I wasn't interested in that. You can also do the training, so you can go through and run around a map and learn the weapons and stuff, which I didn't do. I actually found it took me quite a long time as a Halo 3 fan to get used to the controls, because the controls are a little bit different.
Right.
I've cut it out here because I want to just have 10 minutes of me how do I crouch? How do I melee? I've skipped straight ahead to one here where I actually got a couple of kills in the course of the match.
And a lot of deaths.
And a lot of deaths, yeah. I mean, this is not my finest hour, but what can you do?
I mean, this is the best I've ever seen you play Halo.
Don't lie.
Are we going to get custom modes on this?
So
they're typically the funnest things when we play. Like, I always like the custom modes rather than the big team battles, because I do suck at big team battles. So
yeah.
I enjoy it, but the custom modes are a bit more fun, I find.
So the big news recently is that they have said that Campaign Co-op and Forge, which is the creator they use for some of those more elaborate custom games, both of those have been cut for time, basically, and will have to follow later on.
For time? This game's like 2 years late.
I know. And it does beg the question, what would this have been if it had launched on its original launch date? Because there's not going to be that much in it when they launch it, which maybe is symptomatic of the way that games are built today. It's, pandemic related. There's lots of things going on here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on this game as well. But yeah, in terms of the creative stuff, there will be some custom game mode options, but there's not going to be the sort of zany Forge creativeness that you maybe come to expect from Halo 3 or Halo Reach. And yeah, campaign co-op as well is a big loss, because obviously it's not necessarily how everyone likes to play, but if you are a co-op campaigner, you will be sad that you can't play the story with your buddy or your brother or whoever it is that you like to play with.
They'll probably put it in at some point.
I think there's already a timeline for it.
It's
like 3 months later, one of them comes in, then another 3 months later, the other part. So within 6 months is their current plan. You'll be able to have all of that stuff.
Well, at least would rather wait and it be right than it launch and be buggy as hell.
Yeah,
that'd be worse.
I did experience a few bugs in this little technical preview. I didn't record much of that because, frankly, it wasn't very interesting, just crashing and stuff like that. But obviously,
that's
it
to
is
be
a technical
expected.
preview, so
it's
what
the
you
beta,
expect.
so. How did you get onto the How did you get into this? Did you apply, or
Yeah. So
is it just people see you talking about how much you love Halo constantly on Twitter, and they're like, "Let's get this guy in."
Master Chief called me personally on his mobile phone. He said, "Adam, I need you to test my new game."
He saw us eating the Xbox donuts, and was like, "There's a guy who's all in on Halo."
Yeah. No, so you can sign up at halowaypoint.com to be part of any kind of previews or betas or any of that kind of stuff. And I signed up for Halo Infinite ones, and then I got into this one. This one was fairly large scale. I think, looking at Twitter, a lot of people got into this one. I think they were really primarily testing that the servers could handle the sudden influx of load. So it was only turned on at very specific times of the day. You couldn't play it like all night. You had to log on at the exact right time so they could test the server under the strain of everyone logging on at the same time. So hopefully that'll work out for them. It did seem relatively stable. Like I said, I did have a few bugs, but I was able to get into, several games, many games, and get through them without incident. So,
cool. That's looking good. I mean, I'm sure we'll check it out in full when it comes out in December. Definitely be an Etch play, night playing, I would assume.
Yeah, you're gonna have to practice, because I'll tell you right now that you're not very good at this game.
What would give you that impression? I mean, I could practice and I still will be very good at the game.
Yeah.
I just come for the social activity and the occasional kill.
I know you probably won't get a sense of this on the Twitch feed because it's compressed quality and that kind of thing, but the general aesthetic and the audio in particular is really good, and I know a lot of people had concerns about the visual look of it. And I think, Ben, when we started looking at this earlier, you were like, it looks like Halo 2. I mean, it kind of does, but also if you go back and actually
wasn't a criticism. Like Halo 2 looks good, but I couldn't immediately see the difference. I think if you would have told me like, hey, we're gonna watch me play some Halo 3, I wouldn't have been like, this doesn't look right.
Well, I can tell. I've got a keener eye. I can tell that it's looking pretty good, and I know that a lot of Halo fans were concerned about the visual look, from the single player especially, which we obviously can't see here, but it's definitely looking positive. Lots of nice visual effects. Glowing blue cars when you get hit by a shock rifle. What more could you want?
Yeah, I was noticing the definition in those tyre tracks in the dirt.
Look at the way my corpse flops to the ground. That's realistic corpse
so
flop
realistic.
right
there.
That's exactly how I would die if I got a shot in the face.
And probably will.
There was a few game modes in the beta. So obviously, this is a big team battle playlist. There was Capture the Flag, there was Slayer. This is the zone control mode where you've got to try and capture the zones and hold on to them. I'm pretty sure we actually lost this match, which you'll see in a second. There was also some customization stuff, which maybe we'll look into really briefly before this video ends. In practice, I don't know if this was a bug, but I couldn't turn any of it on. Like, I couldn't change the colours of any of my character or anything. I saw people online who had done that, so I wondered if
that guy was blue.
If there was something cool I was missing. But there's, as you'd expect with a free-to-play title, really rich selection of customization options, some of which you might have to pay for one day, or that kind of thing, to make it work. And yeah, that guy's got a blue suit. Where's my blue suit?
Yeah. You probably have to get some wins before you.
Yeah. You need to, impress us before you can unlock colour. So you can see them here, but I wasn't able to actually equip any. And that's all my time with the Halo Infinite preview. Hey, welcome back. You're still watching the Etch Play weekly live show where we talk about all the latest things from the world of games. That was some gameplay from Halo Infinite's technical preview at the weekend, and you're back now live with me, Adam Burt, and I'm joined by the newsman, Dan Thomas. How's it going, Dan?
I'm very good, thank you, Adam. I very much enjoyed your show with your quiz with Ben. I think I was worried that he wouldn't get any right with track record, but he did very well. So well done, Ben.
Yeah, we've had Ben being bad at quizzes, we've had me being bad at Halo Infinite, and it's now your turn to be bad at doing the news.
I can deliver on that.
Cool. Are you ready to talk about the world of games?
Let's do it.
So our first story, we mentioned this earlier, and it's maybe the biggest story at the minute, is about Twitch. So Twitch have suffered a massive data leak. An anonymous hacker claims to have leaked the entirety of Twitch, including all of its source code and user information. There is some financial information out there about how much some streamers earn in various guises. It came in the form of a 125 gigabyte torrent link, which was posted to 4chan on Wednesday. An anonymous source told the Video Games Chronicle that the leaked data is legitimate and includes the source code for the Amazon-owned streaming platform. Reportedly, Twitch is aware of the breach. They definitely are, because they sent us an email shortly before the show today saying, hey, we've reset everyone's stream keys and maybe change your password. So, pretty big deal. A lot of stuff has come on out of this in terms of just user numbers, user payout numbers, lots of interesting info that we probably really shouldn't have. But Dan, what do you make of this?
Yeah, it's not a good rate look. We talked about this, I think, last week or the week before, sort of concern over Twitch, and this is not a good addition to that. I mean, I think Twitch is a great platform. It's obviously does huge numbers, but we are seeing. Well, yeah, exactly.
It's the only place to watch our show live.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think like YouTube are making a serious affront onto the live streaming space, and I just worry that one day Bezos and his board are just going to be like, this is a lot of hassle, isn't it? And I think they've struggled with just monetization and
copyright issues recently have been a big thing for them.
Yeah, the music thing, and it's just like I don't know. I worry that, and I think there's a lot of the kind of the streamer ecosystem is powered by kind of free subs, so like the Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime subs, and if Amazon do decide to pull the plug, I think that would be a real detrimental blow to it, and it's just a real shame for them. But I'm sure they'll pull out the damage recovery procedures, and hope
and
there's no major impact.
Goes without saying, you should try and secure your account if you haven't already. It also means you have to be on alert for a little while, to be honest, because now the source code's out there, people will be probing at it and trying to find even more ways to get into the system, so might be more to come yet on this story. But let's have some good news, shall we?
That sounds good.
The global audience for esports will reportedly hit 519 million people in 2024. This is according to the Consumer Technology Association's latest report on esports, which was conducted in collaboration with a research firm called Interpret. So this is basically just speculating to a degree, but it's informed speculation that the esports market, which we know is a massive market already, is going to continue to grow and is going to be massive in the year 2024. They estimated that worldwide esports viewership last year was at 300 million people, so this is a really significant step up. It's a 129% growth, I think, over the last year to 2024. And hopefully good news for esports and the legitimacy of esports, which we see is increasing every month. There's more and more tournaments, more and more, I guess legitimacy is the right word. People are taking it more seriously as time goes on, and it looks like that trend is set to continue. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's good to see. We haven't actually touched on esports in a while. It's good to have an esports headline back in the news. I do think, it's kind of the growth is still there. I think we should probably get an esports expert on the show at some point, which is something that we are.
Have you not seen me play Halo? Like, look how good I am.
I think we should get an esports expert on the show. I think it's great. We're seeing more what we call non-endemic brands taking an interest, more sort of crossovers with traditional sports, and I still think esports is yet to have its day, sort of commercially, but it's great to see it still growing and still hitting big numbers, and I can only see that's going to continue. Certainly, it definitely rides the tail of the continuously growing wider games industry. So it's absolutely still significant, and excited to see some of those numbers come to fruition over the next couple of years. Yep.
Our next story is about Pokemon and Universal Studios. Universal Studios Japan have teamed up with the Pokemon Company, who own Pokemon, obviously, to work on a new addition to the company's theme park in Osaka. So you might remember we've talked in the show previously about Super Mario World, which is a Mario theme section of the park. Now they're expanding out into Pokemon. Set to gain some kind of Pokemon-themed attractions. Multiple projects are apparently underway, and the quote they've used is they're looking to create innovative Pokemon entertainment for fans and guests. The first of these projects is scheduled to appear in the park by the end of 2022, so not that long away. And they also recently unveiled plans in the last few weeks that you may remember for a new Donkey Kong section of the Super Mario Park, which is set to open in 2024. Dan, take us to Japan.
I mean, now they've announced that, we'll have to wait, surely, for that to be ready before we can all go out there.
Wait for the Donkey Kong bit, wait for the Pokemon bit.
Yeah,
We'll start a little kitty. We'll start saving money.
Yeah. Let's start a savings account, and we'll get out there. Live show from Nintendo Land,
live from Cinnabar Island, which is the question Ben got wrong earlier. This next story is really interesting. I think it's a fascinating look into how Konami may be considering the future of their business. So Konami recently announced the Action and Shooting Game Contest, which is a very boring name for something that's actually quite exciting and interesting. It's a competition for indie developers that allows creators to make games based on Konami's IP. So, as reported by IGN, contestants have an opportunity to win a grand prize of 2 million yen, which is approximately $18,000. And if the publisher wishes to then commercialize that game, it will then invest 30 million yen, $271,000 approximately, into its development, in addition to providing support, localization, promotion. So there's a list of games or franchises that you can base your projects on if you're an indie dev, including some great ones like Gradius and Star Soldier and Twinbee. So there's loads of things that you can choose from to create your own game based on a famous property and potentially get support to take it all the way. Bigger Konami franchises, though, like Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid, are not listed, which I think is to be expected. They don't want a new Metal Gear from you. They want you to take an IP they're not actually using and show them something interesting. Show them a way they could rejuvenate it or make it relevant in 2021 and beyond. That's a really interesting. And who knows what the contracts will be like behind the scenes, but as a way for Konami, a relatively big publisher, to leverage IP, which they have a lot of, and try and connect with more indie devs, which is a big scene in games, obviously. What do you reckon, Dan? Is this?
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's good initiative, and Konami do have a long back catalogue of interesting IP that. I don't think they've been sort of setting the world on fire lately, so great opportunity for them to do something different. Like I say, don't know about the terms and conditions of these things. It's kind of maybe playing it a little bit safe. I would be really hopefully they'll kind of set the bar, and other IP holders will do something similar. I'd love to see just something really unrestrictive, and people just being like, kind of go nuts. Obviously, they've got to have protections in place, but in the world of open source and embracing community and these kinds of things, I think there's some really sort of exciting prospects around those kind of ideas that people can play with. But no, it's a good early step, and Konami do have a great catalogue to play with in this way, so well done for them for trying something new.
Watch this space. If anything comes of that, we'll definitely report on it. And for our last story, we always like to end on something positive. We like to celebrate the fact that games can be a powerful source of good in the world. And for this, I'm turning to you, Dan, because you've written this in the show notes. You want to talk about something that George Osborne from Yuki is doing.
Yes, so our friends over at Yuki championing Play and Talk this weekend. So this weekend is World Mental Health Day, and they're just encouraging people to get online, play some games, chat to some people, open up, talk about mental health, and just kind of, I guess, help reduce the stigmatism around it. And I think it's a really great initiative. I'll stick the link for more information. Oh, you've already done that?
Already done it. I'm a professional, Dan.
Whatever this is. Check that out, and do play some games this weekend. Reach out to some friends, connect with some people you haven't heard from in a while, and support that great initiative.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for that, and thanks to you at home for tuning in and watching. We really appreciate it. We know there's loads of things you could be doing. You could be watching Squid Game or playing Fortnite or something, and you chose to watch us, so I really appreciate it. If you don't follow us already and you would like to, now's a great time. If you're live on Twitch, there's a button right below us. You can follow us on Twitch and get notified when we go live. Press it now. And if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe on there as well to get notified when we post new videos. All sorts of things. If you like news, if you like this part of the show in particular, insights into the world of games, make sure to check out our blog tomorrow. etchuk.com/play is where you'll find it. We do a roundup every week in text form, which is an old-fashioned way of communicating. All about the latest news from the world of games, much like this. You know, we get stuff from the whole team, go a bit more in depth sometimes. So yeah, look out for that. And if you like the show, come back next week. We'll be here at 4 p.m. every Thursday, live on Twitch. I've been Adam Burt. Dan, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
And we will see you next time. Take care. Bye.
When you say, I've been Adam Burt, I'm never sure if I should be I've been Dan Thomas, because I don't want to talk over you, but then there's a bit of a pause.
That's why I threw to you. I actually haven't put the whole screen up yet. People can still see us.
Okay, well.
You know, it wouldn't be a show without technical difficulties. Here you go.